Obtaining oral and written feedback is really critical to helping you verify your impressions of the feedback that you're trying to get to obtain from your participants. Really, there's two ways, major ways: observation and through oral and written reports. You can obtain these, but oral feedback obviously is a real challenge, and want to make sure that you have the time to put in, that you can get that from your participant. But obtaining written feedback is usually quicker and really less threatening. Like I said before, you can use a form, a Google form, or a survey instrument, something like that, SurveyMonkey or something. However, you'll not be able to immediately clarify the information you receive if you want to probe further on a written, but in oral you can. These need to be well designed, and some of the best techniques we've listed here would be a post-session reaction survey, anonymous remarks, an oral survey, an informal interview, and an advisory group. Post-session reaction surveys, these create brief questionnaires and give them to the students at the appropriate moment at the end of a presentation that you give. Whether it's an online environment, you can do that. Send them a quick link, a hyperlink that they can go to and fill out a form for you. If that's something you like to do, or you could have a handout if it's a face-to-face presentation. Anonymous remarks, these can be students write a question, like for example, you could write a question on a blank chart or on a blackboard or even on a whiteboard and allow students to respond to it. They could do that in the chat window through commenting, and you can also allow them to do that. For example, you could, some one-word answer type questions, you could be like, what one word best describes your reaction to today's session? Or what will you remember from today? Or what was the most important thing you learned today? Things like that. You can also do an oral survey, get reactions, survey reactions by asking participants to share their feedback on the program out loud or with a group. You can also ask for volunteers to contribute or go around the group if you want to hear from everyone. For example, here's a good set of questions posed, like, what would you like to see less of? What would you like to continue? What would you like to see more of in the next session? You can also conduct formal interviews, casually solicit participant feedback at breaks or even through a virtual session you might have, and ask some questions like, what was a part of the presentation that was helpful for you? Was anything unclear? Are we ready to move forward to the new material? How do you feel about it? And then the fifth way to get oral and written feedback, possibly you could consider putting together an advisory group. Meet with a small representative of your class or the presentation that was there and obtain reactions. Maybe use a questionnaire to those similar in the list that we just talked about. That just kind of get them started. So just some different ways that you can do that for evaluating your program in an immediate way.